Hello, welcome. This is a fun game called Hangman, a very classic game, and I've created it in Google Sheets. This video, we're going to cover the very last part. I will also go over how I built this piece by piece as best I can. But we're going to first I challenge you. You can pause this video right now. Actually, I'll show you how it works up until now. Then pause the video and then build it yourself if you feel up to the challenge. And if you do build it yourself, come back and find out how I did it. Because I don't think the way that I did it is the only way, nor is it the best way. It's just the way that I did it. And I think you could potentially do this yourself if you have watched a bunch of the videos on Google Sheets and Better Sheets. If you are not yet a Better Sheets member, if you're watching this, then you're probably watching it on YouTube. So go ahead, become a Better Sheets member to learn how to design better Google Sheets, how to improve your Google Sheets experience, how to make just working in Google Sheets a better experience. This is also fun. If you are a Better Sheets member, you get these sheets completely. You can copy them completely, and you get well over 100 videos now available to Better Sheets members. So again, in this video, I'm going to show you first how to play the game, but then you'll see that there's something missing. We already have our Hangman here. We need to make him disappear and then show up as we make wrong guesses. So first, we have a word. We have a word already. It's a 10 letter word, maybe-ish. We have to guess, and as we go down, we can make our guesses here. And if you notice here, this is saying how many wrong guesses we have left. All of these are just all the alphabet, so A through Z. We can try to guess B. No, we only have 7 wrong guesses. And as we guess our correct one, look, so we have the C filled in here. Okay. Let's just try D. Okay, we have a D, we have a C, E. Okay, we have an E, F. Nope, so we still have 6 guesses left. How about a G? Okay, we have 2 G's, an E, a D, and a C. Okay, E, F, G, H. Okay, that was wrong, 5 wrong guesses. And again, what's missing here is this should be building as we're missing these. So we're going to build that soon enough. H, I, nope. J, nope, K, oh, 2 wrong guesses left. L, okay, that was 1. L, M, oh, we have 1 more wrong guess left. So if we get this down to 0, again, this should be almost 100% complete. So this would be probably we'll probably build this in a few minutes. Just the last foot is not here as 1 guess is wrong. Well, let me just fill it in for you because I filled this in. So, as you can imagine, it's actually 2 words. I got you all along. It's Google Docs is the word. But how did we do this? How did we make this count down? How are we going to make this disappear and reappear? How do we make all of this? I will walk you through it piece by piece right now. Again, pause the video. Now is your last chance. Pause the video. Make your own Hangman game in a Google Sheet. Comment below with a link to it. Share it if you do make one. If you don't make one and you just watch the rest of this video, then go ahead, use the tips and tricks you've learned through this video and make your own game. Alright, so here is how we made it up until this point, and then the third part of this video. So the first part of the video is just to show you how it works. No, to show you that it's working. The second part of the video is to show you how I made what I made up until this point. And then the third part of the video is we're going to make this Hangman disappear and then reappear as these numbers go down. So you probably already know how this might work. Or you don't. I don't know. So a couple things. One, these are basic drop-down menus that I used a data validation for. Okay, you can look at that. Data validation. I said a list from a range. And this list from the range is all of column A in alpha. So I just named this sheet alpha. Let's go look at it. And it consists of 3 columns. The first column is just A through Z. That's it. So just to select the letter here is a drop-down menu. And to be honest, this is probably the simplest part of the whole thing. Just make a drop-down menu from A to Z. You could have done this with how else can you do this? Imagine maybe you did this from list of items and list there. Some other way, can. I thought this would be easier. Just a drop-down menu with data validation. Nothing's gonna go wrong here. Now what I did, okay, and then I guess the other thing is how do you get a word here, right? Well, I didn't want to make the word available to like just write it here, right? I wanted the word to appear. So what I did is I created a third tab and I wrote the word here and I numbered the letters 1 through 10. I don't know why I did that. I don't think I needed to do that. I think I did that just for when I was building it. Like I knew I would have letters 1 through 10. Maybe I was supposed to do it here. But yeah, you can write any word here. Let's do log jam. I'm just writing in all caps. And then we can get rid of that docs. And what's going on over here is that we know the word length is just a len of join. So I've joined all of those letters together from this word. I said A3 to J3. I said join that together with nothing. So actually, I think you can even do that. Yeah, you can even save yourself a couple keystrokes. You don't even have to do a empty quotes. You can just do empty everything. And it's going to join all of those letters together. And then len is length. So I'm literally saying what is the length of this sort of array or string, which is, you can actually see the word logjam up here because it's joining those together. So there's a little bit of a hint here of what is the answer if somebody goes in here. But then, oops, we don't want to destroy it. Let's do that. Okay, so next thing we did is let's see how we reveal these numbers or letters. What we're doing, how should I express this? So if there's an error, we're going to have a nothing. So if you've seen other videos, what I do is I put a if error around something that I know if it's an error, I don't want to show anything, and I'll do if error. So if error, comma, and what this does is it says, if there's any error, just show literally nothing. But I'm going to delete that right now. And now this if is saying, well, if we search for the word A3, which is the first letter, see it's an L, and we search for it in join, we're joining these two columns together with, see, again, nothing. And so it's just giving us saying a string, okay? So if we, let me get out of this, if we put A, B, C here, what this search is, what this join becomes, let me show you what that join becomes, is it's ABC. See, so what we're doing is we're joining all of these together and we're just asking, is the letter that it's supposed to be there, that first letter, is that in this string at all? Okay, and we use the search. Okay, and we're searching for, what is it that we're searching for? We are searching for this letter, L. Okay, and we're saying search for word A3, and we're going to search all of here, and it's going to get an error, okay? Because search brings up in search, valuation cannot find L within ABC. So if we have not guessed it here, then it'll be, an error, right? So let's see here. That's why we want to put that if error around it, right? But because we're going to get an error if it didn't find it. And we just want it to do literally nothing, okay? But if we did find it, well, what do we want to do? We want that letter to show up. So we're going to write around this search. Before we put the if error on, we're going to say if this search is above 0, meaning if this number is a number 1, because when it finds the word or letter in here, it's going to give us the number of where it is. That's how search works. Search says, give us the place in which this letter is in, or whatever this string is in this string. And here you'll see, let's do this one. I'll show you here. A, it says A because it found it here. Okay, it's searching for A in all of this. And this, let's go here. I'm going to do it right here for you. And it's saying 1. Why is it saying 1? Why is it searching for A and in this string and giving 1? Because this string is ABC, and this A letter is the first letter here. It's in the first position. If this was B, if we were looking for B, which we're not, but let's just put a B there. If we're looking for B, it's in the second. And see, this number is 2 now. So this is always going to be over 0 if we actually do find it. Okay? So then, around the search, we're going to put an if. If it's above 0, well, what do we want to do? If it's true, if it actually is above 0, we want it. We want the word. We want the letter. We want A3. And if not, we want nothing. We want a comma 0. And actually, if not, if it doesn't exist, it's going to give us an error. So we put an if error around here. And now that's blank. But if we guess an L, there, it's going to show up L. So really what's going on is all of these are errors here, except for this B. We can change that back to an A. Right? Everything is an error except for the ones it found. So they're all just showing nothing, and they're all hidden there. Okay? So how do we guess how many wrong guesses? Well, this was actually a little difficult too. If it's a wrong guess, it means it's in this column, or one of these columns, right? But it's not here. And there might be multiple, right? There might be multiple letters, like if there's Google, right? If we're looking for, let's do Google, right? There's 2 O's, 2 G's. And so we can't really just get the difference, right? We can't just say, you know, there's 3 guesses, 3 correct answers here, and there's 5 here. So, oh, did we miss only 2? No, we missed 3 because the C. So the way that I figured this out is, let's go to this alpha. So there's 2 statuses for each of these letters. One is it's found, which means that we use this search again. We're searching for this letter and we're joining, here again I added these quotes, we don't need those. I added this join, so I say search for this letter in here. And I say if you can find it, then it's found, so we just want a 1 here. Look, the G is here, the L is there, and it's a 1. And I use the same theory here again. So if it actually finds it, we just want a number 1. If it's not found, it's going to be an error, so we error out. We get nothing, okay? So I actually put this 1 because the problem is that if it did find the letter, but the letter was like the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th letter, this number it's going to give us back when it does search. It's going to be a 3, 4, 5, but we only want to know if it's found. We only need a 0 or a 1. 0 if it's not found, and a 1 if it's found. So I use this if to say 1 if it's found. So if that number is above 0, just give me a 1. Don't give me any other number. Don't give me the number of the search. Don't give me the number you found. But just if it's above 0, give me the number 1. Okay? And a wrong guess is very similar too. I said, all right, this is a little different. Okay, this is a little difficult to say. So at its core here, basically the idea is we needed to say, If we find it and we guessed it, then it's actually 0. But if we guessed it and didn't find it, it has to be 1. So, okay, this is a little complicated. What did I do here? I minused this number. So I said, if it's a wrong guess, then minus this number, which if it's not found, it'll be a 0. If it's found, it's 1. So really, all of these are, hey, we found them in these 2 columns. We found them, so give me a 1. And then, oh, I went to the wrong one. So give me a 1 here if you find it in these 2 columns, okay? But then minus whatever is in this column. So if it's found, it'll be 1. If it's not found, it'll be 0. So this will either be 1 and 0 or 0 and 1, right? So it's either a wrong guess or it's a right guess, right? So as we go through, what we can do here is say, well, this is 9. You get 9 guesses, and you subtract the sum of whatever is in the C column. So however many wrong guesses you have, they will all be 1. And we do 9 minus 1 to get 9 guesses. I just figured 9. You get 9 wrong guesses. I also I just found a couple of Hangman games online, and I figured out that they have 9 wrong guesses, and then you fill in the Hangman, and you're done. So that's how I get that number out. You can change that number by just changing this number here. It's 9 minus the sum of wrong guesses. Okay? Whew! That was a little tough. But now, that is everything. We have guesses here. We have our results here. Word length here never changes except if we change this word. Right? That is the length. This is the number of guesses we have left. So it's 9 minus however many wrong guesses we have. We can delete that. And now what we want to do is we want to have this Hangman guy show up 9 times. If it's the 9th time, like his leg here, we're done. We're over with, right? So we'll have 0 wrong guesses here, and we'll have you lose. But if we have all of the letters here, and it matches here, then we want to have a win. Okay, so that's actually easy. We should actually have if len here equals this, then we want you win. But if it's false, right, we want nothing. Yep. This is not right. Length of f. Oh, I see why. This is probably not length. This is probably count all. Nope. F2 to O. That should be, let's see. Count. That's interesting. Why is that counting as 6? Did I get that correct? 02. Because in this state we wanted to. Oh, because it's false. That's okay. Just put it on the wrong side. Okay, so that was correct. You win. And come. There we go. So now, if we guess it correctly, what was it? Google. And boom, you win. Let's make this a little bit bigger. We want that nice and big, and we don't want it. There, we want 30. Right. We want that to be, woo, you win whenever that happens. Okay, that confetti is actually Loom. That's not Google Sheets. Don't worry. I'm not going to show you how to make confetti in Google Sheets. But we want that feeling, right? You win. All right, let's make that a little bit of a color. Green. Ooh, that looks terrible. Pink's fine. You win. And then, right, that will disappear if we haven't won. Okay? But we want also loss. We want, if this is 0, you have 0 wrong guesses left, we want that to be 0 here. So let me say, if this is equal to 0, and if that's true, or if it's false, it'll be this. And if it's true, it will be you lose. Ooh, oh, wait, I did that again. Okay, wait, we want this. Oh, I see why. I think it's this. There we go. Oh, we have an error. Formula, parse error. I definitely did that wrong. Okay, we'll figure this out, right? We'll figure this out together. If J12 equals 0, which it does not now. Oh, that's why, because it is not this. Which that's, there we go. I think we just needed to switch that around again, and now we have nothing, right? Which is correct. Right now we have all of our word here to fill out. We have 9 wrong guesses left. Now we put in the guesses. Oh, I did that wrong. H-I. Let's put in the V-W. There we go. You lose because we have 0 wrong guesses left. Done. Ooh. Okay, that is correct. So we now have a win. We have a win and a loss. Okay. What else do we need? We need to get rid of this guy so he only shows up as our wrong guesses show up, right? Okay, an easy way to do this, rather a simple way that is a little hard or like a little complicated is each one of these is you can do an if J12 is less than 9. Because we want this to show up first. If it's less than 9, which is false. Then we have an L here. We want that. And that. Okay, so this is only going to show up if this is less than 9. So, right, we go here, put an A, boom, that shows up. And we can do this for each one of them that we want to show up under 9, under 8. We can do that again and again. So let's have this whole thing show up. I think that was supposed to be an I. Depends on how you want to do this. All right. So we want that to show up. We want that to show up. We want this whole pipe to show up. So what we could do as well is just lock this number in with the there. And just, whoop, we want to change that to an I. Okay, we want that whole thing. So we want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, what do we want? We want 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so we want the entire thing to show. Okay, let's do this. This is going to be a hyphen. And we go here. So this will only show up when it's 8, right? So if it's 9, it's not showing up. Let's keep that up. And now we want to, this is a pipe, but we only want it under 8, right? Under 8. So let's do that pipe there. And now we need another one. So now A, B, we have 2 wrong guesses, and now we have all of that. Let's delete that. Great. And this is how I would do it, just a very simple way to do this is now we want it to be under 7. Oh, we want this to be under 6. Nope, this is going to be 5 actually. I'll show you why. Well, let's do this first. This will be under 6. So we need this first, then the arms. So 6, 5, 4. Oh, that's supposed to be a 4. Sometimes we get a little tedious here, but it's fine. It's fun. This will be fun. Whoops. Wait, what was that? 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah. So this is an A. This will be 2. This leg, and then the last leg of the journey. Oh, very funny. Is under 1, right? So now as you see this, right, when we start, we have 6 letters to guess. We have a hangman that's going to show up here. And let's say we guess them all wrong. Oh, I think, that was a W, X, Y, Z. What is it? Oh, that's interesting. The way that I did it is so that if you guess another letter, it doesn't penalize you. That's good. That's good. Built-in safety. What is it? D. You lose, and we have the entire hangman here. We can actually also let's give him let's do that. Oh, I think we did something weird here. Oh, it's because it was white. We want a nice gray border. Let's make it a little tiny thicker. Oh, we don't want that. Want that border. There we go. So that'll show us our hangman. We have a you lose situation. What about the you win? If we do, let's do Google, you win. Yay, you got it. So we have now completed our hangman game. We have our word that we can set here. If we want to set the word and then have it show up here so the person playing the game won't know what it is. They will know how many letters it is. They will have 9 guesses or wrong guesses to attempt. I figured 16, there's 26 letters. I think I did that math correctly. You guess every letter, and then if you get all of them, you might have to add a 17. I can't remember. But also, you're probably not going to guess W, X, Y, or Z. Or Q. Yeah. So, hopefully, you had fun playing the hangman game and maybe making it. If you have made it and you have a different solution on how to make a hangman game, make sure to comment. If you, I'm sure you didn't do exactly what I did, so maybe you learned a little bit of something about how to do search. Maybe in your solution you use the word find, and maybe you use concatenate here. Totally fine. There's other ways I can imagine doing this. I think this was just the way I figured out today how to do this. So I would love to hear or see or watch your solutions. If you have a different solution, if you have a different way of guessing, maybe you figured out a way to limit the number of letters here as you guess them. Maybe you can't guess again the letter. That would be really cool if you have that. Again, comment down below how you did that. Maybe you have a different win or lose state. Maybe you use conditional formatting and change the whole thing to black and it says you lose or you win. Maybe you did find a way to make confetti in Google Sheets. Thank you for watching. Have a great day and enjoy your game. Bye.